Hang on a sec.
I was introduced to that principle 6.
Okay. This is a game I played an hour ago, but I want to get it for some footage here. So that's what I'm casting it for. It wasn't most of the players in the game. There was the first game, so it was a new game for a lot of people, but it's kind of for the heck of it. All right, so introducing our players here, we have playing as Navy. We have, I don't know how to say his name. Hey, Meg. What's up, dude?
You got a letter.
Oh, I got a letter.
From Georgia.
Yay, that's important. Thank you. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Okay, I did. Well, that's important. Okay. Well, welcome to life. What's the life in a roommate's fault? Cool. And I'm just going through the player numbers for this. So Henrik is our neighbor here. Coming in here on our elites is Night Knight. CV is coming in on the Navy. Red Cobra is our Brutes player. I've seen him play Brutes a couple games. Over here is our own, and then Commander Truss is our army. There we go.
I swear I got one.
This better be
I'm
good.
not taking them? Like someone had
Sorry, guys.
Hey, stop taking them. That's what you actually think.
Yeah, if you have genuine reason to think that, you should probably stop exposing yourself. You're like, I don't care. Okay, man. Just trying to.
Vince, you got mono, but you still pop.
So, anyway, so this was a good game. This was just, people were learning. It was fun, but we were coordinating in the Discord, and I highly recommend this. If you're in a veteran game or you want to get into it and you're not afraid to just get on a mic, hop on. This guy, first game I'd ever played with him, he was using a mic, and it's his first game he ever played this game. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. It can be a lot of fun. Just don't lose it with people. Just be happy, positive, and friendly, and you'll be fine. You can have a really good interaction there. So, our Brutes player here is expanding. I'm actually going to make sure, I want to make sure the mic's actually on, because there have been times when I turned it off, and the audio quality might be pretty poor. I know we are live, and the mic is on. Sweet. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. So now you got to meet my roommates. Hope you like it. Cool. Let's jump back in here. Oh, gotta get the mouse fixed. This is a patch with StarCraft. I have to figure out what's going on here, but if I load a replay from an older patch, it's fine. I can use my mouse in game with the game at full screen, but right now I have to. It's weird. Cool. So let's jump back over here. So this is he's got a good start. Oh, it's paused. He's got a good start here. Brutes and grunts. I've seen worse starts. Night Knight isn't a new player, but they were joking about what to do. He didn't seem to be doing. Actually, let me check him. Yeah, he looks like he's just kind of exploring, because I don't. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, it's people with mice. You can tell when someone has a mouse. You're like, man, I have a trackpad. You guys are so lucky. Whew. I could just buy one, but I just got used to it. Now I kind of like it. Granted, this game, about 10 minutes of it was passive. We weren't doing anything crazy because we wanted to be a positive experience. We wanted new players. We don't want to keep playing with the same people. And, that's something I will say. The community is actually very welcoming to new players. And even if they might get a little frustrated with more veteran players when they don't, when they make a mistake, but I can say that for the most part, we're not a very toxic community. That's good. I enjoy that. But no one likes playing a game where there's hate out a bunch. Okay, so we have Spec Up Elite Specialization and other things here. I was thinking about trying to just rush them, And so this is me scanning here. If you notice here, I was playing owning this game, so I was scanning because I was trying to check to see like, okay, so those are ships we have, and I'm looking for like anything to tell me what I need to build here. Because if you just jump in there and just make whatever, it doesn't quite work. Because if they scan you, you know. So that was an update recently with the scan revealing. So this game, I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. This game I opened with specialization and movement speed, I think. Let me jump over here. So he saw me scanning them here, and I was like, oh, okay, he's making stuff. I only saw the one though with that scan, because so the scan radius displayed is much smaller than the scan radius actually scanned. And he made it look as if that he was trying to give some information there. Oh, that's supposed to be to everyone, not just him, not just my team. But anyways, what did I get here? I got the speed upgrade one and the weapon specialization. Our army here. Oh, I forgot. I'm here to try to catch footage from the guy. There it is. Man, look at this guy. Ooh, and then the tanks come through right there at the end. He was really excited about that in our chat. It's like, oh, could he sound scared? Oh man, it's a scarab. That is the hard counted scarabs. Is the scorpion tanks. Yeah, rockets can do it too, but everything else would have really struggled. Scarabs don't. I guess the only thing you could say they maybe counter is Kodiaks, but enough Kodiaks can totally destroy it. That's me getting nuked over there. Actually, let me jump at pause. I'm number 2, number 1, number 4, 5. I'm number 5. Yeah, he got me there. I drop potted in, so lost a bunch of units. I was lied to. I said it about no one. I like SCV. He's a funny guy. So he asked me to go easy here. So, you know, I honestly think that was beneficial. Because if I hadn't, it would have hurt us more. I mean, if I had gone easy on them, or I'm not speaking right because I'm tired. If I hadn't gone easy on them and like tried to attack them, it would have been that way.
Our allies are being attacked.
So I'm starting my Spartan 2 production here, and normally with this is the 10-minute mark. You know, normally with this I would go try to like take a planet, but oh, I was asking him right here. I was like, how easy do you want us to go here? Because I was like, I was itching to go take a planet, and I was figured, that's probably not very easy, especially since these players are brand new. If you look at the units tab, but the elite tab wouldn't be enough here, and I keep checking with it here. Oh. That was Navy asking me to get a scan there. And then I noticed he's going for Banshees. In normal Halo, or Halo Wars, Banshees are good. In those quantities, right, that's cool. In this game, shotguns will take it out. Which we joke about the logic there. It doesn't really make sense. You know, a scattered pattern, a gun. The reason why it is because the shotgun's meant to be a counter to light units like flood spores or grunts or spec ops grunts or anything like that. And and it's also great up close. But anytime Banshee, it's really the Spartan's best counter to Banshees. In fact, I'll show that in this game later on. Um, Spoilers, sorry, but it's yeah, it's what's best used to clean those up because they do a lot of clearing there. Shots fired. So I scan it here. I could have taken that. Let's hit the image tab again. 16. Oh wait, hang on. I think it's 20. I'm assuming those are what you call it. Honor guard. Anyways, what we got going on here? All hunters. Yeah, this is partly why I came by right now. It's my man, all those yawns. It's my body saying, go to sleep. Man. We all had a laugh about that one. We did plenty of anyways, yeah, so he did that because he wanted to protect the rock to keep him from getting it, which was nice. And he went all in on that. So I noticed he was doing that, so I was trying to figure out some way to still be helpful without attacking. So I was like, sure. So I came down here and started building turrets around all the rocks. That could have been glassed for minerals. So for those who don't know, the rocks here are opportunities for the Covenant Navy to glass them for minerals. The other thing is the elites can do it too now that they have CAS carriers. I didn't think about that, but since they have access to CAS now, the elites can do that. So I was over here setting up the AA there to deter anyone from doing that. He was excited. He realized that you could load in all those scorpions in there and not even have them fill one. He was like, whoa. He'd never used the support carriers before, so it's pretty cool. He's someone who actually just really wanted to play the game. He said he found it in the arcade, played along with some AIs, and then learned how some things work. So I have like 24 Spartans. Those elite, that elite ball. He's spending his money. The elites player. Well, he's at least spending all his money, right? Let's look. Yes, he's spending his money. Everyone's spending their money. But the brutes. Okay, no, good. They have 65. Wow, what are their structure tab? Okay, they have 20. Yeah, see, I like this. So the roots player has great production. No, wait, never mind. They added on maybe some, right? No, they're doing this all in Dojo. Yeah, cool. Good to see. I'm glad to see someone add on more production, try to spend all their money, right? These are very good things to do. They help you tremendously. Now, granted, you're still floating like 800. That's a lot. He's also floating the least out of anyone. But even that is still, we're all floating a lot of money. I don't know why I'm floating that much. What am I spending it on? I guess I can't get upgrades, but it makes me sad. That means I need to be using more production than I am. So I noticed this. I was scanning a lot. So I saw that, okay, they're gone. And then I noticed they went for harvest. So I went and took Yang.
Base is under attack.
Hang on.
Our allies are being
SCP response. It's priceless. Here, let me try to get that from his perspective. Let me back that here real quick. Sorry about those who wanted just a quick clean thing. I just want to get it for the footage sake. I don't think a lot of people will ever watch these anyways. I just do it more as a hobby. Cool. Let's come over here. Here's SCV. See that? There he is. Oh yeah, so he's checking me up there. I saw this. Why is he entering the? Did he not? I guess he didn't notice the AA. He wants to come in the glass and he sees this. Anyways. Cool, I'm gonna back it up one more time and get it from everyone's view. It just made me happy. Or, well, it was a moment we've all laughed about, I guess. That's not what makes me happy. Other things make me happy. Like serving people. That makes me really happy. Finding someone to help. Lifting up others and noticing what's good in them. I think he was hoping they would be, he grabbed those. I think they're hoping they'd have units in them. So meanwhile, go to the units tab. Our Navy asked for a little bit of money, but not a lot. But he's over here.
Our allies are being attacked.
He's got 2 super heavy carriers, or heavy cruisers. What? Oh yeah. It's become a. This won't catch on. This is one of those things that just happened to work because of the game we're in. In a real game, I put that in quotes, but a real game, this wouldn't work. What I did here, if you just go around, hey, I'm just gonna build some AA around it. That won't stop you. The elites will just come over and drop like 10 Spec Ops rounds and clean it up. Like the expenditure of the resources there isn't enough. But in this kind of game, it was effective. Yeah, look at that. He was using the mini-map there, and he comes right for it. He notices, he asked me to go easy, so that's what I did with my money. And each one of those is like half a Spartan, so... He said, I guess Earth was not the same. But we didn't tell him that. I almost said, oof, quick, like, builds, spams AA or something, I do actually look at the production tab. Yeah, I'm building a couple cycles because I realized, or missile batteries because I realized, oh man. Mm-mm. Huh, maybe this will actually be a good time to use that other song. Hmm? This was a new Brutes player here, so to be fair, this was a little unfair on my part. I was just kind of cleaning them up. Oh. Resources tab. Oh dear. Wow. Our army's floating 10k. Don't, no, Brutes is floating 7. I have 1k. Okay, I'm on the lowest here. Navy's doing the best. Average minerals spent is a statistic I wish we had in this game. Average unspent resources. Oh, this part right here. We were joking about it in the Discord when we said this. Yeah, just cleaned this all up. Felt good. Felt good.
Armed and ready.
These many assault rifles can focus down tanks like that. And they move so fast because there was assault rifles. Assault rifles were really good. Now, if those were masses of tanks, I would go with rockets. That was a little rude, actually, a little snarky there. At least it didn't feel very encouraging when I said it. He was telling me to go after. I was going to leave it. I was actually going to say, hey, I'm just going to pull off of here. You guys can have it. I always felt a little bad for going that hard because I just played a bunch of games earlier today where I was the landman. I was the guy out. So I kind of didn't want to put them through it too.
Our allies are being attacked.
We could use some help here.
I don't know why. I don't know why Navy my SCV didn't, the guy playing Navy, the Covenant Navy, never glassed the Scorpions here. There we are. He really just kind of plowed through there. It was quite nice. Units tab. 53 Scorpions, and he's not even spending all his resources. He has even more. And again, every hero's new. But I always encourage you to spend those resources. Don't. Well, having a bank is nice. It's okay to do that. Yeah, it's not to be It is the count. That is a possible counter. Someone going, oh, the Scorpions like this. So yeah, quick thinking on his part. So he actually has the makings of a great player. After having played 2 games with him and listened to his thought processes as he plays, granted he has very minimal exposure to this already, but he's creative with thinking. It's like, yeah, but oh wait, these things can attack. You know, the speed with which he's solving these problems and the way he's choosing to solve them is telling of an aptitude for this. Meanwhile, I'm not sure why SCV is floating up there. I think he's trying to tempt into winning this fleet fight so he can start. Well, I won't talk about it too much, but I don't know. He was just maybe hoping they would try to jump in orbit, and he could just grab them and win the fleet fight and start to cross. Sometimes plays are like inspired or something, but just amazing. Other times they're a little out there. We joke about it. Most of the time he's actually drinking on the weekends, just when he does. I don't know. That's something that sounds like something confidential that I shouldn't share. Anyways. So I should figure out what to do with myself at this point. I'm not producing anything. Oh, I go take the H. Oh wait, no, pause. So here I'm letting him go in easily. First of all, the HQ was vulnerable. I could have jumped in a second. I had him on the hotkey ready to go. I didn't do it. My choice. Second, I don't just destroy the HQ right here. I could have. I could have done that. But I chose to go easy on them because that's what they asked me to do. I saw the navies here. Okay, I'll go back. So I do. Ooh. Some of the most effective glassing I've ever seen. Next to the one on Dead Spartan's Bluff. And I tried to get it here with some rockets, because I realized I was dodging them there. I was like, maybe I can get them with rockets. Oh, goodbye, Spartans. I was sad there. $4,000. They're getting ready for the rain to show up. Oh. It's nice. People be nice today. It's a nice change. Maybe I was just feeling more open to nice. Anyways. Oh, look at that building up there. I'm over here trying to take some land, some outposts. See, I was worried here. This becomes a risk, a real risk, because I threw those units. See, that was our chance just to win solidly, no question. You know, we took the HQ out before the ring was even available. No chance for the ring to be charging, and then I looked and was like, oh, I can't take that. I lost all those Spartans I had an advantage. Now we have an income advantage, but they have a and we're not sure about the Navy. Let's look over here at the. So if you look at incomes, wow, they just got a massive boost because of that influx. Oh, that mess up the income. How fast they get that or something, but that's now normalized again. So we're at 3,000. They're at 600 each. You know, we have 5 times their income. But they're going for the activation index. Pause. Are those stuff good? They are. This is a new elites play, by the way. It's funny, key ships aren't even a factor anymore nowadays. If they were unlimited, they'd be a factor again, but since there's only 2 of them, and Halo, the reason why they don't make a huge deal, it just makes whoever's winning win more. The reason why is because by the time Halo comes around, the fleet fight is already decided, and if it isn't, then maybe they could play a role, but... Oh, oof, I totally missed a great fleet fight. Hang on. No, I didn't yet, but I'm going to. Let's jump over to the right cam. Okay. So anyway, but by the time the ring's available, whoever controls it, the fleet fight's already determined, generally, of who wins. We're not playing. There we go. Hey, man.
Do me a favor.
What's up?
I made the mistake of motioning up my hands, and now I can't open this.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool.
Get it open. What?
You have to pull Okay. I don't let me roommate something real quick. Okay. Oh, I paused it. So Oh, I
Our
scanned
allies
there.
are being attacked.
What just happened?
Who calls in the fleet?
Oh, we paused there. You notice I just dropped again? Lost a bunch more Spartans. Now let's come over to the active forces tab. Okay, so so the UNSC Navy has 11,000 more in the form of active forces. Go for the defenses there. That's a lot of units. And they just started the ring up. Alright. Now this is a glitch. It's been fixed already. The patch hasn't gone live yet, but it's already been fixed. If you start the sequence, cancel it, and start it again, it starts at 50%. So you just like skipped 5 minutes anyways. It's like, no! This was the whole point, was it's to extend to 5 to the extra 5. Still asks me how it turns it on and back off again, somehow makes it have 50% charge. That's how you restart a system, not charge a battery. Anyways, that's obvious, but
Upgrade.
apparently that's how it works for the Foreigners.
Our allies.
You don't know about Foreigners? No, I'm just kidding. So,
Our allies.
I'm trying to take out the HQ here, and this time I drop over there, I'm trying to whittle it down a bit. And he just goes for it.
Ready to plunder. Ready to plunder.
Our allies are being attacked.
Ready to plunder. 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 Ready to plunder.
Our allies are being attacked.
Ready to plunder. Ready to plunder.
The other thing here is, no, he asked for like 1.5 thousand from me,
Ready to
but that's it. I'll go back to my camera just for the footage. Jeez, my hair. There we go, that looks better. Cool. I drop him a sniper here. My plan is to try to whittle down these guys. He actually start to do it, but I should start scanning out there. But because now that he has brute chieftains, I can't just run in there with ARs. You have to micro against brute chieftains. So I try to here. And I see him come from behind too. So this is like an extra wah kind of a moment. Huh. I think I know where I'm going to put this one. And here's another wave of brute chieftains. So this is what I was doing when that Navy fight went down. I was over here trying to take the ring out, or we were all running. Sometimes this works, sometimes you got to coordinate. This is what we ended up doing this time. I was trying to take the HQ out. He was trying to take out the ring, and you'll see. Sniped. There it is. Oh. Can you imagine that many sniper rifles? Yeah, no wonder they one-shot it. There were some donations going on. Navy is SCV's thing. He can tell when someone's Navy is a little bit too large. But if you look at the resources tab, oh my goodness, he's not spending his money at all. 40,000. If he'd sent that all to him, then yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I see he's here in the ring. I'm coming over to try to stop the ring. Right? No. I send these over here. Oh, pause, pause. I want to see that from that other point of view. See, when I'm playing, I don't watch it. I'm just like, okay, we're winning there. Nothing I can do to help, or my presence won't make a difference if I'm there. So I go try to figure out where I can help. Oops. Oop, okay. I don't know how much of that was. If he wanted to, he could have dropped the HQ and just taken it out. But we go for the stop in the ring, which I don't know. This was a game. This will make for a good cast, which I'm already talking about. But a good video. It's like, oh man, the ring's 80% charged. Can we do it? Can we stop it? Jumping in. He jumped in. He's in the atmosphere. He's landing, dropping the troops, dropping the tanks. All right, can you do it? Can you do it? There he goes. We get some Frua guns. Those are the anti-tank weapons. Plows through them. There they go. All right. What's behind it? We got an A race and some unspect. That's it. He just clears it up. It's 90%. That is 2 minutes left, or like a minute left. So right now, pause. Right now we are scrambling. Oh, he can deal with the tank. Okay. Like we don't have bio, it's also like Navy's coming over. I'm coming over. He does it. He does it. Oh, and I'm taking that. We're taking this. We're out. Anyways, so that's the game there. It goes on for about another minute or so before it ends, but whew, man, I didn't do it justice in this cast. It was a lot of fun, and there were some epic things there. I guess I've gotten so used to just making my own memes, out of it. But man, that was a fun game. It was close. Like if we hadn't stopped that, we would have lost. And this was a great army player to have with you. It wasn't up just to New York Navy trying to do it. We had a good synergy. We worked well together. So I'm gonna use these clips and make another meme here. Now I originally was gonna use Stomp Me Out for the UNSC because it's kind of like what it is. It's like you can't stomp me out. That's what the Covenant's trying to do, is talk about the UNSC. They're talking about humanity. And they're like, no, you can't stop me out. But they did slow them down, so I guess the lyrics don't totally work. I used it for the Covenant because that's kind of what they did. Anyways, maybe I'll just do it all for like the UNSC in general instead of just a single faction. Yeah, everyone is gone. He's the only one left. What happened to Luis? Oh, Luis must have dropped. There's the game. Cool. Alright, quitting that one out. Do I need sleep? Oh, it's 1 a.m. Yes, I need sleep. What was this one? I had some good army games tonight. Ones where I just kind of felt like I held on. Oh, this is when I won. Alright, we're going to cast all these. No, we're not. I have to get the mouse over here. I don't know. These were some fun games. It's nice to get away from the meta every now and then, or just get new blood in there. You know? Anyways, this game, we've got signing in here. We have me, Commander Tross, SCV over here on the Navy, Flaming Rage, that sounds a pleasant name. Don't get him angry. Okay. Harry H over here, and Dr. Big Tree. Yeah. This group's player was new. Harry felt new. I think I checked it. So was this Elite's player. SCV obviously is not. And Tross over here was his first real game, and he was using a mic, so we were talking with him a lot. Maybe it doesn't record that. So I'm opening here. This is the first game I played with like non-veterans all day, but this is my standard opening as Army now, and I'm actually playing a lot more Army. I'm enjoying it, and I've started to have some success. Granted, people were going a little bit easier because I was trying to teach a lot of people while playing it, but so I'm gonna cast every game I played today, aren't I? Jeez. This is my standard opening now. But this is, see, about 20 seconds ago is when that lead drop would have been here, and I would have had units for it. Maybe if I did it a little differently, it could have lasted longer, but I've held off forms of the Elite Locust Spec Ops Grunt Rush, but they tried to mix in elites and other units in there, and that wasn't as effective. You want to Spec Ops Grunts, probes, and the probes of the Watchtower and the Locust. Those warthogs. Cool. So we're over here trying to take it. Now, this thing else I started to actually do, and this is great. I started mixing in Marines. You'll see in this match, they are really effective against Spec Ops Grunts. They're probably your best counter, next to like shotgun spawnings. Since they spawn in pairs, they do a fair amount of damage, especially to light unarmored units, right? Which Spec Ops Grunts are. And since they come in such large quantities, it kind of negates the fuel rod gun. Yes, fuel gun has some splash damage, but it wasn't enough to stop them here. So we're able to do a lot of good here. Actually, I'm gonna pause this real quick. I want to check the audio quality, make sure this doesn't sound weird, because I don't want to spend much of time casting something with weird audio quality. My roommates are all trying to sleep, so I hope I don't keep them up. My computer might die here too. Zero views. Oh, that's something new. Oh, well, offline. There we are. Sorry for the echo here. Alright, good. Audio's good. Perfect. Alright, let's roll. So I'm over here explaining to this new player here, whose name, right? he was like, I'm gonna get orbital defense platforms. And like those, someone else explained it to me. Colin or Battle Droid, kind of made the point. They lack mobility. That is true. Not only are they very weak in the use of money that isn't a fleet, it's an item that doesn't help win a fight unless someone runs into them and you have tons of stuff. So I was telling him here, what you want to do is pick off glassing enemy ships. And he picked it up the first time. Earlier today, I taught someone, and they missed everything I said. Granted, the other team was having an active discussion about balance in the all chat, which was no doubt distracting, and the only player we were playing with wasn't exactly helpful. He just like your fleet composition is bad. And that's how we try to do that. That's like, but I mentioned the only time you ever want to use orbital defense platforms is when you have a fleet backing it and repair platforms. And the other thing is, it just scares them away, but really, they aren't that good. They cost about a little bit more than a destroyer, and they're less mobile. And you have to invest a lot in infrastructure to make them more viable. You have to build a bunch of generators. So I'm over here. I guess it's because I won so many games I want to cast them all. But I liked something in all of these games today, so I'm going to be up till like 3 a.m. casting games, then I'll go to bed. Yay. He said in the mic, and I didn't hear it, so... Here I whispered to SV and told him it was his first game. He just played against AIs, which is what the case was. I'll have to stop at this one. I'm getting a little too tired. I'll have to just cast these games some other time. I don't know when. Sometime this coming week, I'll have to cast these and then make a couple other videos. These are some UNSC wins, and that was exciting. I promise I'd be more helpful. Okay. So right here we see the Navy players over here. He's getting a bunch of frigates and cruisers. That's a really common build for Navy. It's effective because there's plenty of screening and there's high damage and there's a high quantity of ships. So the masses, the swarming, means that heavy hitting capital ships do less damage. They don't do a splash, right? So they don't have the quantity to try to blaze down all those ships. There's just too many of them, dealing small damage, but all that damage adds up. Now, battle cruiser destroyer is the counter to this build. It's really strong, but you just got to go for what they don't. Get your scouting data. And then say, oh, hey, they're going for mass capital ships. I'll go for mass small ships to counter that. Or you say, oh, hey, they're going for mass small ships. I'm going to go for mass small ships. for the UNSC, you want small ships for big ships, and big ships for small ships. If that makes sense. So you say, okay, they're going for a small ship composition of battle cruisers and destroyers. I'm going to go for big ships to counter that. Vice versa. If they're going for a lot of big ships, like they're getting carriers and heavy cruisers and so like the CAS and the whatever the other one is, then you say, oh, they're doing that. I'm going to get a bunch of small ships to counter that. Plays are their weaknesses and strengths. Something Hennig taught me there. I was like, oh, that's actually a really good point to mention. So if you want a note on how to play Navy, that is a great tip, and I will make that point on the next game I cast when I'm more awake. Anyway, so here we were both going easy. I told him in a chat. I said, well, since you guys are new, and then I will refrain from slaughtering them. And he's like, and I will refrain from doing these things. But at this point, he said, all right, I'm not just going to throw the game. It's 10 minutes, so he goes and glasses the first rock. And I was like, okay, we need to intercept him. I told him, and he picked up on it. He picked up, and he met that responsibility instantly. Like, it was awesome. Rare gem indeed. I don't know if I saw him, but you can see it now on the mini map. Navy's right there on Earth. He's going for Earth because that's the next safe place. Deacon Glass. I pinged it. He sees it. He goes for it. Beautiful here. Pause. Let's jump over to... Where's the guy? There he is. He's coming down. Wait. Oh, that's silly. And he catches them glassing, which means their shields are down. And they don't even get the rocks. They were close. And that's there you are, ladies and gentlemen. That is Frigate Cruiser. Hang on a sec. I'm in battle. So this is my composition here. I prefer mixing in a lot of warthog, snipers, everything. Marines do fair damage, and they're mostly there as cannon fodder, but they do alright for damage. But they mean things like snipers can really get the job done. So snipers can take that. So I realized he had a lot more units there. Look at the active forces. He actually has less. No, he only has like 1,000 more active forces than I do, but it's just, yeah. There's the rest of the stuff. Maybe if I had it all together, it would have been different, but that's a scary looking blob there. So I'm like, we need you to mac. We need you macking on harvest. And Oni comes over here. This is his first game. So he figured out how to land. Yay. But he gets smart lasers. That's a no-no. Their purpose is to destroy buildings. That's what they're good for. So I'm like, hey, you got a marker there. But since he was there distracting them, I was able to do this. So I'm able to sneak in behind here and clean them up. And with that, he doesn't have anything back here, so except for some jackals in the turrets, but I have scorpions, so I don't care. So we just come in here, clear this up, and with that we mop up harvest here, which is the first step towards a better game. Now we have the income of harvest, and the brutes have just, look at the units lost have. So yeah, the brutes have lost 7,000 more resources. Well, 8,000 more resources than I have. And so have their navy. There's two good couple picks there. Their elites haven't done anything yet, and our Oni just lost a bunch in that fight. So I take up position here, which is way nice. You'll see here. He was asking it. Yeah, there it is. So now I can sit here with snipers and shoot things as soon as they spawn. Spawn camping is... I think it's funny snipers shoot at buildings, because they do piddly damage anyways, you know? Right there, our Oni dropped or left, one of the two. It's like, I'll take over Oni. Jeez. Maybe I'll just upload these replays. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. That way I don't have to cast them. I can just say, everyone in the Discord can just look at the replays and watch them themselves. I know no one watches these, so that's why I don't really care about the commentary. But there we go. He followed, and the other nice thing is that he followed the council. So he'd spent time. He learned how to play the game on his own, and then he learned. He listened. He listened to what we said, you know. Which was nice. So from here, since they don't have an elites player, it's short work. He grabs it there, but and he just misses it too. It wasn't that much there anyways. And he waited a sec too on that one. I remember. I wish you could convert the commentary, our game commentary. It made it more enjoyable, I guess. It made these games a lot more enjoyable because it was exciting to see the game through a new player's eyes. He was excited about every pick, you know, about every battle, every win. It was exciting. It was a good refresher. It's kind of why we have kids, right? Okay, not because it's really late, but it's why we have kids. It reminds us about the world. It has the benefit of reminding us about what's wonderful and remembering things like that. I am way baby hungry, sorry, but I really want kids. Anyways, me out of the way. So if you see a lot of one-sided conversation from me, that's because our Navy player was using a mic, and he wasn't in Discord yet. So he was using it through StarCraft, so I was just responding by text. He was a bit disappointed by that. Cool. If you look at the Units tab, he's going for a destroyer. But at this point, he's looking at something. Oh, that's Harry. There we are. He's asking about the flood. I'll be back, guys. Okay. Oh, I just missed a fight. wait, pause. So I'm over there dropping.
Here we go. Let's see it. So they broke a Navy build. But, no matter. Again, they're Elites players in here, so I was lucky here. A veteran player would have used energy swords and just cleaned me up here, but look at that go. Look at those snipers go. There we go. Now the first planet is falling, and the resistance is no longer there. We're taking down Flaming Rage. So that's good. We don't want Flaming Rage in here. Not the person, but the concept. So cleaning that up, speeding it up here. I'm still specializing. Now I'm coming over here and I'm going to hit. So I'm hitting Iyane while also hitting Dojiak, and then I'm getting the next round up. Since I have 1.5 income, I'm just going to use it here. So picking off the units there. Meanwhile, on Dojiak, the Spartans are taking that one. I'm trying to spend the money as I can, and we're going to load up on this one. There we go. It's almost time for the ring to show, so I go for it. I go for Shank Helios. I think my plan was at this point was to say, look, I'm just going to destroy the HQ. I don't care about the. I don't care about trying to keep them from getting on the ring. But another mistake. There's a couple mistakes made here. The other players didn't use something else. Not that I'm complaining, but they didn't use stealth corvettes, so I was able to drop down here. So with this, the HQ is vulnerable. I'm mixing them up here, loading them up. I have now 4 prowlers worth. So I checked and I was like, those are just straight normal corvettes, and there's nothing here. So I'm just gonna thank you very much. So I take it. And this is an important part. So he's coming at me. And some of these have shotguns, rockets, and Spartan lasers. But I just good old shotguns right there. Not sure why a scatter pattern with small pellets would do that, but I'm grateful it does. There we go. That's game. Cool. Alright, call that game there. Alright, one more. Sorry, so one of the games we played today, I was Army, and the Elites player just made nothing but Spec Ops grunts. And he would only launch them like 1 Corvette at a time. And they were easy to counter. What I would do was use just straight up normal Marines. They spawn in pairs, they do high damage. I mentioned this earlier in the stream. I'm streaming this on Twitch, but I'll probably send it over to YouTube. And it was a great counter. It was an ideal counter. It worked wonderfully against the against that build. But that's what Night Knight does here. He likes that was a different game. Sorry, this was a different game that I don't remember. This is the last one I played tonight. Speed it up to 4 times here. Oh, that's right. So this one was an all veteran team. No one here was new. So we had Ghost of Onyx, Hemeg, and myself against a 11 o'clock SCV and some 2 newer players. I think like. I'm gonna make a note of that one. So we see it. So this was a wonderful idea here. Let me pause this real quick. So I'm watching this fight go down because I have nothing else to do. I'm just saving money up. And good fight. Hemeg was playing a unique way of owning here. He's running on minimal Spartans and passing tons of money to me, which was really a great benefit to us. So I see him here. They're scanning there so we can see, and he's just nuking them down with those Kodiaks. He's got some rockets in there too. No, just all marksmen for the bio, and this for everything else. And that works. Only's using the Spartans to spot. It's working well. Move at the units tab. Over here we have me with the random units, 2 carriers and a heavy cruiser, super heavy cruiser I should say, and then just 2 big ships for. He's got all capitals. So yeah, the counter to all capital ships, you want to use frigate cruiser is your go-to there. There we go. We have that there. I told him, so I saw the elites try to drop on it, and I said, hey, what you want to do is just drop on them with energy swords, and that'll clean them up, but you can already use that. You can already read that. This is funny because earlier the same night we were keeping him in the rocks. So. I like the SCV. So I noticed that, so I started to build stuff on the rocks here. So this is when he said, hey, make frigates and cruisers. I'm like, oh, oops, I'm doing the wrong thing. So I started making the frigates and cruisers. And he's been passing me money. So take note. Hemeg is creating some good strategies here. This is a viable. Have your Oni pass you money if they're willing to. And then spend it. Learn there's not just a one build you go for. You gotta learn what they're doing and counter it. You don't just make this unit and win. It's one unit or there's a certain combination. So read it. So if he's gunning for a lot of capital ships only, then you go for a lot of small ships, frigates and cruisers. Destroyers maybe, but really you want frigates and cruisers in large numbers. 1-for-1 ratios. So like 25 of each. If they go for a lot of small ships, then you go for the capital ships because that'll clear it out. If you want to go for a mixture,
That works awesome too. And then you gotta get more nuanced. It's like, okay, who has you want to get one of these, a couple of those, and that's one where I don't have the information for you just yet because I don't really play enough. And balances have changed a lot of things, but right here, if you look at the production tab, no, that's not the production tab. I am making. I'm pretty sure just because of build time, but yeah, I'm just making frigates and cruisers. Now after all the stuff I'd made. Put up at 4 times speed, because I need to go to bed. That place is to be tomorrow. Anyways. Job here by the elites. That helps not to think about a video. Okay, that was a good counter there. And they were even specialized elites. They were just normal Spec Ops elites. Okay, keep it on, man. This is the life of a Navy player for the UNSC. On this level, we had a very inebriated, well, sloshed, no, inebriated. The other Navy, I didn't have to run. I didn't have to. So on the higher levels, you'll see navies taking any ships they can produce and then keep them hidden. So common places at the bottom corner of the space map or various corners of the ground map, rotating them, moving them frequently to keep them hidden and checking to see wherever the Navy might be, try to jump them. So here I see that he's there on Arcadia in orbit, and I don't want to deal with a drop, so I jump him. I'm going for it. Let's look at the units tab when this happens. Loss. 3 heavy cruisers. 3 carriers. Oh, he's doing the same build. He's doing the heavy cruiser carrier. He's doing all pure capital ships. For the that's interesting. So I know I've known I've shown my hand there, and I was worried it's going to jump me. So I come over here to Earth instead of to Reach, even though I'm going to keep him stationed on Reach. But you want to keep your fleet rotating, so it's harder to find. Think like the Infinity at the end of Halo 5. Random jumps keep them hard to find. That's what you use on the higher levels to keep your fleet alive. If you have to, hide it behind High Charity or on High Charity. You know, that probably would be a good idea. But keep it. If there's a player that's going to try to pull you off like that, keep it up like that. Pause. There it is. Pew. I move over here to cover him in case of glassing, because that's very vulnerable to glassing, so I just want to be there to defend him in case he needs it. I defend him with production, because Hemeg Oni is still feeding me a lot of money. I didn't ask him to, he just decided to. So I'm pouring it into all the ships. And I realized I wasn't able to pour it in fast enough, so I did this. He said, there's this fleet. I see all these ships there. And I think, yeah, I could take that. But first, I want to make sure. You stay safe. So I hop on over. That's 4 and 4. And I just take him out. So the rest of the match is us taking on we won, but the rest of it is us just goofing around. It's hard to pick. I know I don't have any stream or anyone who watched the streams. I mean, also because I do them at weird times, but also because I don't make them engaging. Um, I'm okay with that. I just want the footage. I want to use some of the. There's one song. It's called "Born for This," and it's super good because it works for everything. It works for all the factions, and I want to use it for all the factions without it get boring, redundant. But it's a great pen. It's a great song talking about, well, it conveys this fight. Like, I'm here to fight, which is not how you want to be in life. You want to be non-violent or contentious. Conflict does happen. It needs to happen, and there are times when getting in someone's face and maybe having a little fire there really does matter, and it helps. It's important. And it can be done for the good of everyone involved. But there are also times when that's totally not the case. So you gotta be careful. Gotta get a good sense for these things. Yeah, let's figure it out. We take the ring and call it good. No one can stop all these things. That is one Turtle Brutes player. I had this one picking off these defenses here. I would have lost. Okay. I think Orion patched this so that it can be killed now. Because before it was really hard. So I just blink on over here. Cleaned up. I'll let you figure it out. How about that? I'll do show, not tell. And he has more coming too. That's the amazing thing. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. He drops. That's clever. Yeah, did you know that? You can drop units or ornate and then land your ships faster than the units can free fall onto the planet. He's hard ability on high charity. Oh, hang on. Where's the fleet fight? Oh, briefly lived. I don't feel like rewatching it. Not this late at night. Cool. Well, this is kind of the end of this one. Duh. I don't know what else to say. I'd probably have a better commentary if I was more awake. I'll try to keep my eyes open. Oh yeah, no wonder he's making rockets. Duh. Too bad rocket marines can't be deployed via drop pods. That should be a thing. Pause. Oh, I realized what he's meant there. That he's trying to hold around the cube and that we invaded a high charity. That's cool. That is a lot of pings. His eyes fixed on me. Wow, we're all staring at the same things. And it comes with all the things. And we take it. Look at the units tag. That is a copious amount of Cody X. 28. 143 ODST. He's spammed units like nothing else. And he's turning that choke point against him. Wow, look at that. See, that's a great creative play. That's a great play there. See, I was worried about running up that choke point. He's like, no. I'm making him run down the choke point to me. Very cleverly done. Very cleverly done. And he comes in here, features it up. I jump in here to try to mac a little bit just for the heck of it. That's a meme no one knew in this game. I mean, I could have targeted the wraiths, but I'm targeted the buildings instead because I didn't want to. I wanted it to still be kind of fun. So he runs on in. That green blob, the green red blob on the minimap is all the orbital and repair platforms. Anyways, he jumps in and starts to mac himself. That's game. This was a strong unit competition. Plenty of brutes. Tons of brute chieftains. Tons of wraiths. That's Spartan. Death to all Spartans. Always busy with some jackals. Maybe. Pause. Yeah, he was making yes. There you go. Cool. Good game. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. 1:49. Ooh. Cool. There's some other games, but I can try to cast them tomorrow. Ones where I lost, which isn't very fun, but these are the fun ones I just cast, and I'm sorry I didn't give Doom justice. I hope they could see for yourself. Sometimes maybe the experiences you have are hard to share, but I kind of realized that. You had to be experiencing them to get it. I don't know, that's kind of how it is with faith sometimes. Anyways, throwing all that out there, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Look forward to the memes I'm going to be making for this. I'm excited. Alright.